Hi, this is Mr. Lin, the principal of Fort Zeller Elementary School, and we are kicking off a new series called We're All in This Together. The inspiration behind this series is really to encourage our parents. We know all of you out there, all of our families have been helping our kids, adjust to remote learning. You guys are doing a great job with the Seesaw app, or for a few of you guys with the paper packets. And we just wanted to come out and tell you that you're doing a great job. And in this series, we will be putting up different segments with some guest teachers. You can see today that we have Ms Kane. You want to wave and say hi to us?
Hi, how's everyone doing? We appreciate your support thus far.
Yeah, and I think what's great about Ms. Kane as a kickoff is the fact that she is also a working mom. We really appreciate her perspective. A lot of the things that we do here at Fort Zeller is informed by teachers who are also parents. So, anyways, Ms. Kane, thank you for joining us. And we're half smiling because this is our first recording, so everybody bear with us. Now, Ms. Kane, you definitely balance the role of an educator and being a mom. How are you making sense of the school closings?
So I think probably the hardest thing with the school closing, first of all, with my students, is making sure that I connect with them on a social and an emotional level through the Seesaw platform, as well as educational. And I think that's tricky because we're used to seeing each other and we're used to conferencing with each other, and now it's just sent through a message. So that's been a really big change. I try to get some videos of the kids and send some of those things out so they can see each other's faces. For my own two girls, it's been a really big change because I have a 5th grader this year and an 8th grader this year, and they were going to have graduations at the end of the year and a special trip to the Capitol building and all these big things that they were looking forward to. So they certainly had a big letdown at first, and that was really difficult. I think what's helping us get through is really keeping a schedule. They do so well with prioritizing things. Certain times in the morning, they get on their electronics. Sometimes that's tricky too, sharing things, because we have a couple tablets and one laptop, so we all have different times that we use those things. So having a schedule has really helped them the most. And anytime that they see their friends helps them out greatly. I think they really like to see each other and hear from their friends. It is awesome that we do have technology, that they can FaceTime and keep connected with their friends that way.
You know, one of the things I really appreciate about you, Ms. Kane, is that you went straight to the social emotional piece, because for all of the work that we push out, it seems like it's academic that is our priority. But, throughout our regular, typical school day, I think a theme that I see in action every day from you and all of our teachers is making sure that our children are loved and cared for and supported. How are you helping our kids feel loved and cared for and supported on the Seesaw app? Has it been a shift in how to do it?
It's been a shift. Like I said, in school, it's very personable, where I can conference, I can talk to them, I can, give them a hug. And through Seesaw, through that platform, I really try to think about the way that I comment to their work. It's definitely a lot different commenting to their writing compared to talking through it and helping them make changes. So that's been a big shift. I think a lot of times when I do my morning message, I put out a question and I might say, what are you grateful today? I know there's lots of changes in the world, but what are you grateful for? And then I will try to send that out to the whole class, and they can comment on each other and they can see what their classmates are thinking. And that's a way I try to get the social emotional piece in, that they can see how others are feeling in addition to themselves. And lots of them have some of the same feelings.
Yeah, and so the children can certainly relate with each other still. Yeah, that is one aspect about technology, is that they can connect with each other. How about you as a working mom? I mean, how has that been for you? Have you had days where you've been a little frustrated? Have you
Right. And I think there's a lot of distractions too. You know, you have your laundry to get done, you have supper to make. I need to help the girls once in a while. I have an 8th grader who's really independent. However, when she works, she needs peace and quiet. She doesn't like any background noise. So sometimes I'm reminding my younger daughter to maybe quiet down so she can get her work done. My younger daughter is much different, where she likes background noise, but then she likes to be right with me most of the time while she's working and asking me a lot of questions. I know this week
in the meantime, you're working.
Right. And I know this week she had a lot of math problems, and she had to do a lot of conversions, and that was really tricky for her. And it was a day that I was doing some Zoom meetings, and we got the notebook paper and the conversions. I said, you can't just do this on the computer. You need to break this down, show it on notebook paper. And I think that's what all the parents too need to know, that it's okay to use notebook paper. We don't expect kids in school just to come up with the problems and the answers just, you know, in their head. They need to write it down. They need to think about the process. So I think that's really important, to let them use paper and let them actually problem solve and work out the answers. Really important. But yeah, all the distractions at home sometimes are difficult to focus, and I usually have to set myself in a room sometimes and be there for a little bit and just tell the girls, hey, I'm going to work here for half an hour and then I'll check in. But of course, like our breakfasts together, our lunches together have been really nice. We have breaks during the day. My older daughter, the one who likes it really quiet, she gets in a groove while she's working and she doesn't want to take a break. So lots of times I'll talk to her several times, like, it's time to take a break. And sometimes she'll say, no, I don't want to take a break. I want to get this done. But I'll say the break's good for you. And I encourage her to take a break. And then when she gets back at it.
Looking out for her social emotional well-being.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny. I'm sure that before you sat down, you also kept track of where your girls were, just like I'm keeping track of where my kids are, in case they come bursting in.
Right. Right. I found a quiet spot in the house. Yeah.
Well, okay. Last question before we wrap it up. Do you have any words of encouragement for our families?
I just think the way we started this is, you know, we're all in this together. And we truly are splitting the teaching. You are just as much a teacher as a parent right now as we are. So it's really a shared role. So we need your support, and we are here to support you. So I think any question you have, whether it's, if you think it's very small, just reach out to your child's teacher, because we're here to help. And we're here to work through this together. So I think that's the best advice I can give you, is just to reach out and to ask for help, because that's what we're here to do.
You know, I appreciate that. And I don't know about you, when parents reach out to me, I actually feel grateful that they've asked.
Right.
Sometimes you're just left guessing. So
right.
But right, this is, I guess our series says it all in the name, right? We're all in this together. So.
Yeah.
Well,
and we know too that the parents, you know, feel very passionate about it too when they're asking you questions. We know that the parents are involved, so we appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Kane. We really appreciate you joining us for the first installment of our new series. Once again, we're all in this together. We'll post this on our YouTube channel. We will make it available for classes to push out on Seesaw, and then our PTO Facebook page. We'll see if we can get that pushed out there as well. Until next time, thank you so much, Ms. Kane. Thank you once again. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Keep up the awesome work.